Welcome to the uInterview podcast. I'm uInterview founder, Eric Mears. Today we have a great guest, iconic tough guy actor, Ron Perlman. He's going to really show you a different side of himself today. He even chokes up a little bit, got Ron to choke up. So that's a really interesting experience. I think you're going to enjoy hearing that side of him. It's something a little bit different. He's talking about the next generation. He's talking about his theory of acting. I think you're going to find something really valuable in here. So stay tuned for that. And as always, remember to like and comment on the podcast and let us know exactly what you think. We read every comment and love to hear from you. Ron, so it's a great honor to talk to you today. Congratulations on Day of the Fight.
Thank you very much.
So talk a little bit about your connection to Jack, the director, and how you two knew each other before the film and how that led to you being cast in this role.
Well, we're in a very obscure movie that shall be unnamed, and that was not only unnamed now, but it was even when we made it. No one saw it, luckily. But and I didn't have any scenes with Jack, but I had a lot of nights with him in the bar at the end of shooting, which is where it was revealed of this great synergy that we had as two drinking buddies. And we stayed pals over the course of time. And then, here he is finally, and I didn't even know this was one of his aspirations, getting ready to embark on his writing and directorial debut. And we ran into each other. He says, I have this great idea for something you could be doing in it. And I said, I'm in, just because I love Jack. And just because I know he's a guy who is my idea of the professional's professional. It's just somebody who takes the business very seriously, but never takes himself seriously. And he's a groove to be around. And so he said, well, you do want to read the script. I said, yeah, I don't need to read the script. I'm in. But I guess eventually I'll read the script, I'll memorize my lines at least. Well, that would be really nice, but I really need for you to read the script because I need your notes. It's the first time I've ever written anything, and I need to hear where I, was okay and where I fell short. And I read the script and I said, there are no notes. This thing is ready for shooting. It's very moving. It's very beautifully rendered. Every scene stands alone in the compilation of the last day of this guy's life. And it's beautiful. Let's just go. And so that's the backdraft.
Wow, what an endorsement. Now your relationship with Michael Pitt, it's very in the film and with his character, it's sort of a father-son relationship. Uh, Describe a little bit about what that was like on screen and then what was Michael like to work with as a fellow actor.
Michael's dedication to this character and to getting this performance out of himself was singular. I've been around a lot of actors giving a lot of really good performances, but I'd never seen anyone who was so willing to throw his plan out the window and just be existing when the camera was rolling in the most vulnerable, raw, and uncontrolled manner. And when I say uncontrolled, that's kind of where an actor wants to be. No matter how much homework you do, when the camera's rolling, you want to throw all that out and just be present. And it was palpable watching him do that. And it was also infectious. It changed my whole approach to playing Stevie. I just said to myself, my job watching Michael go this deep and this personal is to basically just clue into him, tune into him, and react. And I think that if I just do that, I will be on the right track in terms of unearthing that relationship. And that's what I did. It was a different kind of work than I've ever done because of that, because I'm a guy who likes to sort of, curate a performance. And in this case, I just threw all that out the window and just said, let her rip.
That's interesting. I was going to ask you that. What is your approach to a role to any role and to how you get into a character. What's your way in usually? And it sounds like this was a little different for you.
Yeah, but I think a lot about that because I'm still a student of the acting game. I'm obsessed with what makes for a great performance, and so my approach has evolved. When I was a young actor, I was very controlled. Everything was very kind of planned out, and sometimes it worked, but sometimes it looked to me very artificial. And as I've gotten older and watched the great performances that actors have given that have really truly affected me, these people were in the moment. There was so much humanity that was happening right when the camera was catching them that that's what made you think that these people actually existed in the world, even though they were characters that emanated from a screenwriter's pen. And I've just been striving to get there more and more and more throughout my career, is to just throw out all my plans and whatever happens when the camera's rolling is a result of just whatever happens, what all of the stimuli, and a lot of the stimuli is the performances that the other actors are giving, that's going to affect who I am and how I respond to the world.
Mm. What do you think the message of the film is? What do you hope the audience takes away from it?
Um, oh my God. Well, I mean, you can't answer that question without throwing in a few cliches like, redemption. Um, uh, but the message of the world is love. The message of the world is the love that one has in spite of the love that he never got. The love of making sure everybody knows the effect they had on him and having to um, doggedly communicate that when the chips are really, really down. Um, I've never been asked that question, so I'm answering this from the seat of my pants right now. But I think that that's what it is that we watch him go from character to character, and the only people he interfaces with on the day of the fight are people that he has this tremendous love for. Whether they gave him the right kind of love, in his time on this planet or not, he needs for them to know what effect they had on him and what he truly hopes and wishes for them. I'm getting a little choked up just describing it, but it's why Michael Pitt's performance is so singularly spectacular, is because he really went there. He really went there. He communicated that with every single character that he interfaces with in the film.
Mm. Finally, just a question we like to ask everyone, and especially relevant for you because you're such a veteran actor. Is there a life lesson that you've gotten from your career and looking back everything now? What's the thing that you've learned?
I learned how to be the man I want to be from movies. And it was before I started acting. It was like watching movies with my dad. That's in my memoir. Is like I learned everything I needed to know about heroism, everything I needed to know about the proper way to interface with love, with women, with friends, everything I needed to know about self-sacrifice, everything I needed to know about patriotism. I learned from watching movies from the 30s and 40s, which were the greatest light that was ever shown on humanity in any study of humanity that you can, including Dostoevsky and Schopenhauer and Nietzsche. The cinema is the greatest existential tool that has ever been invented. And I learned everything I needed to know about the kind of man I wanted to be from watching Gary Cooper and Bogart and Cagney and Gable and Spencer Tracy and Errol Flynn and Tyrone Power. There was everything. There was everything that you want to aspire to and say, oh man, if I get a shot at making that decision when all of this thing is coming at me, and actually rising to a level of something admirable. And I learned all that from watching movies.
Yeah. Was that what was your actually very first acting experience? Was that when you were a kid?
My first acting experience was a French farce in high school called Thieves Carnival. I was thrust into it. I'd never acted before. I never contemplated acting before. I was forced to be in this production because when they were mounting the production, which was mostly boys, only girls came to the auditions. So I was forced to be in this play. And then I discovered so much in the course of, first of all, rehearsing the play and then finally mounting it on its feet and playing in front of, we were, in a high school auditorium that sat 2,000 people. And that was an aphrodisiac unlike anything I had ever experienced. Like holding 2,000 people in the palm of your hand while they're watching you manipulate them into thinking what you want them to think. That's fucking powerful.
Hey, Ron. Such an honor to speak to you. Congratulations on the film. I can see it was a really moving experience for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care. Thanks for tuning in today for the uInterview podcast. I'm uInterview founder, Eric Mears. As always, remember to like and comment on the podcast. We love to hear from you and we read every comment. If you really liked it, pass it on to a friend. And remember to follow the uInterview channel for the latest celebrity interviews and viral videos. And if you really want to hear more from our celebrity guest today, leave a question in the comment. If we get enough great questions, we will try to get them back and do our signature uInterview with them with all fan questions. Have a great day. Thanks for watching the uInterview channel. With over 3,000 original celebrity videos, we have one of the largest collections of celebrity interviews anywhere. So remember to like and comment on our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more involved, you can become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks. You can see exclusive celebrity videos and get the opportunity to ask our celebrity guests questions. We can't wait to hear from you.